Hey everybody, it's Maction from tabletroms.com, and we are here at the Qualcomm booth, and we have, correct me if I'm wrong, but this is the first glasses-free 3D tablet, right?
Correct. This is a demonstration tablet by Qualcomm.
Excellent. Now we've seen some glasses-free 3D in a couple of things, you know, a couple of phones before. But as we were discussing earlier, you think that that tablets is where it's at for 3D.
Yes, I think so. This is definitely a larger screen so you can see it more visibly, and there's other things you can do with a tablet that you can't do with a TV, like walk around. You can film and take pictures of 3D as well.
And now that you've made the perfect segue, this actually is equipped with 2 cameras, which we'll get to in a second, but 2 cameras so that you can take 3D footage. Now, let's say we had this, and let's pretend that it was already good to go, and I took some, you know, some scanning shots or some 3D stuff. Would I have to go through any extra processes before I could view it in 3D, or would it already be ready to go?
It would already be ready in 3D.
Okay.
And the other thing that this does that we're demonstrating over here is 5.1 audio. So you can really do 3D capture and 5.1 playback.
Wow.
And you could film in 2D, and what's on our chipsets and special about our chipsets is we do 2D to 3D conversion. So real time it can convert it to 3D.
Excellent. So this is running right now it's being powered by the Snapdragon S4.
Correct.
How many devices is the S4 currently available in?
We've had a few that are announced. HTC definitely has one. There's others out there. We're excited about more and more this year.
Now, what can you tell me about the S4? For example, how many gigahertz, how many cores?
So the S4 is not just one chipset. There's a few different processors in the family. This one is the dual-core S4. Right here, this is the S4 that's quad-core, so we have 4 different cores over here. So definitely, depending on what the manufacturer wants to give to the ultimate consumer, do they want 2 cores, 4 cores, what graphics processor? We have different graphics processors in them. Mostly there's the same video with 1080p video support and camera. So a lot of different things on there. And the other big thing is some of our chipsets have integrated LTE, some do not. But definitely integrated Wi-Fi and other things as well.
Quick question about the quad-core. Is that a possibility to see the quad-core S4 in tablets, or is it, say, too large, or?
No, you're seeing it right here in a reference tablet.
Oh, right here in this reference tablet, right here.
This is actually running this TV.
Sorry, I saw the TV, I didn't see the tablet. But, okay, so this one right here running the quad-core S4 in a reference tablet looks gorgeous.
Yeah, so we've got 4 different 720p HD videos that are running on each core, so you can turn the cores off and see how it goes down to 0. So one of the big benefits of Snapdragon is the management of the independent CPU cores. So that's going to ultimately result in the better battery life, which everybody cares about, whether you're on a tablet or a phone.
Yeah. Excellent. Tim, thank you very much. You're going to teach us a little bit about the amazing 3D that you guys are creating on this screen and the cameras that you use on the tablet to do it. So just take us away.
Right, thank you, Andrew. Yeah, so what you're seeing on the tablet here, powered by the the Snapdragon, is obviously got the 3D panel here. But as you rightly pointed out, in order to create content, you need cameras. So that's exactly what we've done. We looked at it. So on the back of the tablet, on the rear of the tablet, you can't see it, but there's a stereo 8 megapixel pair. Okay, so that would be for probably taking the majority of your content. We also decided a little later in the game to do stereo front camera pairs. So we're actually using 2 1080p dedicated cameras. They're not cameras with small pixels, the cameras with large pixels to get better low light sensitivity. They're 16 by 9-ish aspect ratios, so each camera is 1920 by 1080p. We have to do some cropping in order to manage the 3D effect. So it ends up being a true 720p stereo image. So I don't think we're showing that demo today, but the idea is that we'll be able to do 3D conferencing. So having the master image panel there is going to be really cool because, of course, what you don't want is to do 3D conferencing with goggles on. It'll look kind of crazy. So in terms of the processing, the Snapdragon S4, the MSM 8960 in this case, does all the 3D processing and merging right in the chipset. So that means on the module, there's no extra components to do, 3D processing. It's literally 2 cameras, a PCB, a ROM, and a connector.
And so the 3D processing is done on the fly, right?
On the fly in real time through the Snapdragon S4. It's very critical to make sure that both the images line up exactly. Otherwise, you're going to get a headache and a bad 3D experience. We take care of all the JPEG encoding in 3D, all the video 264 encoding in C3D. You can change the disparity, you can change the depth, and then we handle all the display processing all right there in the Snapdragon S4.